Hi friends, it's Mr. Alex from Adams Memorial Library, and it's time for another themed craft. Now, for this month's themed craft, I thought that we would take inspiration from one of my favorite spring animals, and that's a bunny. So we're gonna grab some paper plates, and we're going to make this spring bunny right here. In order to get your supplies, you can either stop right here at the children's room desk or our curbside pickup to grab your very own craft kit. And even if you aren't able to stop by, that's okay too, because you can follow along with supplies from home. But either way, there are just a few things that we'll need. So let me show you what those are, and we'll get started. In order to make our bunny paper plate craft, we're going to need just a few things. The first thing that we're going to need is our paper plate, or rather a plate and a half, and then we're going to need to paint that plate. So we'll need brushes, brown paint, and a surface that we can work on. So I've put down this piece of cardboard to paint my plates on. Then, in addition to that, we're going to need to decorate our bunny, and in order to do that, we'll need glue and scissors, as well as the pattern for the different parts of our bunny, and our wiggle eye, our brass fasteners, pink palm, and a few cotton balls. Also, if you happen to have a hole punch or another way to put a hole into your project at home, that will be handy, so make sure you grab that too. But once we have all of this gathered up, we are ready to start making our paper plate bunny. The first step in making our paper plate bunny is obviously to paint our paper plates. So what I recommend doing is flipping them over to the uncoated side that is not waxy and taking some of our brown paint and covering them. Now, you can apply one coat, you can apply many coats, it's up to you. But regardless, you just want to make sure that everything is completely covered. So let's go ahead and do that now. And once we have applied a layer of paint to our paper plates, it's going to look something like this. But as you can see, there might be areas that need to be touched up just a little bit to make them more consistent. Because remember, this is going to be the base for our bunny, so we want it to look really, really great. So what I suggest doing is letting this dry a little bit, seeing if there are any places that need touched up, or what I like to do is take just a little bit of extra paint and my brush and just give an even coat in the same direction on the top of the plate to make sure that all of my strokes are in the same direction and looking good. And we can apply that over our entire plate. But at this point, I'm a little covered in paint and we need to let these dry. So I'm gonna go wash up and get ready for the next step of our project. Now that our paint has dried, I took and cut our different pattern pieces out while I was waiting, and it's time to trace those on. So we're gonna keep our half of a paper plate ready for our bunny's body, but then we're going to use our full paper plate to cut out some of our pieces. We're going to need one face, one front leg, one back leg, and two ears. So we're going to trace those onto our plate and cut them out. We can use a pencil like this one to trace. And what I recommend doing is keeping each of your similar body parts for your bunny in similar parts of your paper plate using the curve of the plate. So for instance, this might be a really great place to cut out one of our ears. But if we do that, then we want to cut our other ear out from the outer rim of the plate as well. Then maybe we want our bunny's face to come out of the inside of the plate, and that's fine too. So we would just trace it like that right up against the edge. But no matter how you do it, I'm sure your bunny will look great. So let's get that started so we can begin building our bunny. Now, as you can see, I have cut out all of our pattern pieces and I kind of grouped them by what part of the bunny they are. So again, our bunny has a front and back leg, a face, and two ears that we're going to need to attach. So first we're going to do the legs, and the easiest way to do that is, as I mentioned in the supply section, a hole punch. If you don't have one at home, there are other ways that you can do this with a pencil or carefully with a pair of scissors. But if you don't have a hole punch, definitely get an adult at home to help you. And we are just going to punch two holes at each of the intersections right here on the inside of the plate. And if we do that, that should give us the perfect place to attach our bunny's legs. So we'll put one right here, and we'll put a hole right here, just like this. Then at this point, we can go into our kit, get our brass fasteners, and punch a hole in each of the legs as well to attach them. So we'll put one hole like that, and one hole like that. Feed the brass fasteners through the hole and attach them, and our bunny will be all ready to hop. So just like that. And there we are. Now it's time to add our bunny's face. And in order to do that, we're going to get our glue, and we're going to glue the ears behind the face, and then the face behind the plate like this. Now, since on the back of your plate, there is going to be a little bit of a lip, I recommend applying some glue not only on the lip, but also on the plate as well, and firmly attaching your bunny's face. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, those of you with really good eyes may have seen that I almost attached our bunny's ears on backwards, and we definitely don't want to do that. So as you're creating your bunny, make sure that you're paying attention to which side is the front and which side is the back of your pieces. But now that the bunny is all assembled, it is time to decorate. So we're going to take our cotton balls, our pink palm, and our wiggle eye, and attach them as our bunny's eye, nose, and cotton tail. The cotton balls, you may just want to pull and stretch a little bit to spread them out and then attach them to your bunny that way, but let's go ahead and do that. And just like that, we have one bunny that is all ready for spring or Easter, regardless of which you're celebrating at the moment. Now, I'm not going to handle our bunny too much because a lot of the glue is still wet, so we want to give that time to dry. But once it does, you'll be all ready to decorate. I want to thank everybody who joined me today as we made our paper plate bunnies. I think that mine turned out pretty great. But more importantly, I'd like to see how yours turned out. So be sure to send us pictures at kids@adamslib.org or bring your craft into the library the next time you visit. And also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for updates not only about our themed crafts, but everything else that we do here at the library. And as always, happy crafting, everybody.